So when we're looking at these juveniles, lots of times we're talking about, are they different than regular delinquents, or are they just regular, boxed in with them? So one study was done recently by Sato and Lamalier, and they talked about it. They actually did differentiate. They said when you're looking at general delinquents, these are the things you're looking at in kids. Criminal history, antisocial peers, substance abuse. Those are the predominant things you see in general delinquent kids. Now when you're looking at kids who commit sex offenses, this is the list of things that they found connected with them. Sexual abuse, physical abuse, social isolation, low self-esteem, anxiety, exposure to sex and pornography, no surprise. The two asterisk ones here, they were the highest of the correlation. So atypical sexual interest, I'm not sure exactly what that means, but it's not healthy, let's put it that way. And obviously, if they've been sexually abused, that was also connected to them, to that population. So we start going, oh, they are different. They look different than the other population. But hey, maybe they're not, because there's some other studies. So this guy, Mike Caldwell, who's just a premier researcher, did this study. And what he did is he looked at about 250 kids who committed sex offenses, and he looked at about 1,800 kids who committed non-sexual offenses, other types of delinquency. And he did a 5-year follow-up study. So what he found was pretty interesting. What he looked at is, did they have any offense at all? Did they have a felony offense? And did they have a sex offense? So he looked at the numbers and see what they did. So when he looks at the numbers, basically on any offense, statistically that's not really significant. It's about the same given. It's pretty high, but it's about the same. When he looked at felony offenses, well, the kids who committed sex offenses actually were statistically significantly higher than the kids who were just the general delinquents. But ultimately, what he wanted to know in this study was on sex offenses. So when he compared the two on sex offenses, absolutely no difference. Statistically, that's 1.1%. That's not statistically significant at all. The issue you got to pay attention to here is 5.7% of 1,800 is a lot more than 6.8% of 250. So I showed this slide to the Department of Juvenile Justice, and they freaked out. Because they said, holy crap, we should be evaluating all our kids. And I said, maybe. Because what they're saying is kids who create delinquency are just at the same risk of sexually reoffending as our kids in Sullivan. So we got to be careful, again, how we look at this and the assumptions we make, that these kids are not much different than the other kids in a lot of ways.